She appears. Nacho Hendry. The Believe in Me, Pikay. Here we are, guys, the last Raw before the WrestleMania, the most epic extravaganza ever. I'll be the judge of that. Will this actually hype me up? Hooray! Supposedly the WrestleMania stage has been leaked, but it's not really a leak. It's more so someone's interpretation based on the structure of the stage. They 3D printed how it could look. But you can't really take their word for it though. Jey Uso.
At WrestleMania.
He looks serious.
Penta is here 6 nights away with his opportunity to win his first championship in WWE, the Intercontinental title. His opponent tonight will be one of his 3 WrestleMania opponents. On Judgment Day, Balor.
Wearing something casual this time. Well, it's not really so casual. She kind of has a shirt that I only wore one time. It was like a drooping tank that I wore that would reveal my chest, but I don't wear that really because I kind of hate shirts that you have to tie up. At least ones that have thin string. I do love that leather vest that Seth Rollins wearing. It reminds me of the Shield days, but I do know that's just for style. I would totally wear that unzipped. I don't zipped is good for him, but I would wear that unzipped over a white turtleneck.
And Jey Uso had a confrontation.
I know for a fact that you can escape zip ties, especially that one, because it wasn't that much tied to his hand. It was tight enough, but he could have easily moved his hand to pop it out. At least I could have. But I know he couldn't, obviously. Hi everyone. Hi, good morning.
You know what I realized? I'm not afraid of you no more. The night before WrestleMania, I'm going to say a prayer, and I'm going to ask the Lord to forgive me for the man who I'm about to become.
I know it's nothing to worry about now, but this could be a foreshadowing of Jey Uso's heel turn. We're obviously going to come across that at some point, but how will it, how will we get a glimpse of it during WrestleMania when these two go up against each other?
Champion Gunther later on tonight, but Pat, welcome to WrestleMania week.
You're damn right, the road to WrestleMania has led us to this week.
Somebody have Photoshop photo of Rhea Ripley being choked out by somebody. I don't know who that is. It looks pretty funny though.
Stepping up the Gunther right in his face.
This is the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, which of course is this Saturday and Sunday in Las Vegas. They're talking to him? Yeah, it was supposed to be scheduled a bit later on tonight.
Not that poster. Gunther eats corn the long way. Oh, Michael Cole, be careful. Because you seem to be a little less intimidated by him.
You have a jovial conversation with Michael Cole, the greatest of all time, but we shall see.
So I was expecting this a little bit later on tonight, but Gunther, let's just get to it. 2 weeks ago, you left Jey Uso's brother Jimmy bloodied in the middle of this ring, and it caused Jey Uso to march down here last week. Different person.
Last week, Jey walked down here.
I don't know what to cheer.
And he told me that he's not afraid of me anymore.
And I'm positioned the way I normally am, so don't tell me what to do when I do this every day.
Let me get to the point. Tonight I'm here to look you and everybody else in the audience and tell you that Jey Uso is full of crap.
Okay, if you want to call his bluff.
I understand you're all frustrated, but speaking of frustration, Gunther, it appears that you're a bit frustrated. And we saw what happened last year at WrestleMania when you walked in.
But I have confidence. I have confidence and faith in you that you won't mess this promo up like Charlotte did.
Jey Uso stands for, and screw everybody who stands with him. Ever since I stepped foot in this company, I am the greatest gift this company has ever received.
Hi, Cobra Kai. I don't watch that show, but hi.
In this company, I have been a champion. And right now, I am the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time.
I just want you to have your baby face run already. Because it's long overdue.
I refuse to let somebody like Jey Uso ruin that for me.
Hopefully, if he gets humbled by him, that'll make him have a change of heart.
Do it as much as you want. I don't care. Jey, I urge you, put your chest out. Walk into WrestleMania with more confidence than you ever had. Because it won't matter. At the end of the day, the bell has to ring. And when that happens, you still can't lace my boots. And I will still put you down for a fourth consecutive time.
It's not a toy, it's a plushie. Get it right.
For the last
Toys.
2 weeks, I've been accused.
Toys are things kids play with.
I've been told you went
Plushies
too
are
far with
a
Jimmy.
thing for everybody who's emotionally stressed.
Trust me one thing, in 37 years of my life, I have never lost control. And 2 weeks ago, when I took a bath in your brother's blood, I was in full control, and I loved it. And Jey,
He's a
I want you to
sociopath.
pray to the Lord. Thank him that I was in control 2 weeks ago. Because it wouldn't have been, I would have drowned you both in Jimmy's blood. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward next week calling my mother and telling her how much I enjoyed it. To beat the living hell out of Jey Uso and walk out of WrestleMania still the World Heavyweight Champion.
See, that's how you do a promo. You can learn a thing, Charlotte. Instead of making yourself look stupid with his best friend. Yeah, at least Ludwig defended his girl. And nobody believed her anyway.
I said this last week. I've never seen Gunther in this state. He's frustrated and he's lost control of the situation. Now, will that help him or hurt him come Saturday at WrestleMania?
He said he's never lost control, but boy, he did seem to flip a switch there in the middle of the ring right in front of our eyes.
We also now, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a women's tag team championship match on WrestleMania Sunday. It'll be Liv Morgan defending against Bayley and Valkyria, which came back to this past Friday night on SmackDown. It was a gauntlet match. What a performance by Lyra and Bayley. This is the final matchup of the gauntlet. But Bayley and Valkyria extremely in this matchup as a team.
And the entire gauntlet, and then obviously Bayley gets
Yeah,
attacked.
speaking of Chelsea Green,
Tag team wrestling.
apparently that countdown wasn't supposed to happen.
He's very comfortable too.
But nobody took any backstage heat for it. It's just that really wasn't supposed to happen. But it kind of didn't matter because it could be a part of the storyline because Chelsea Green is very slimy, so of course she would win during a countdown. If it was intentional, she would win during a countdown. But this time it was unplanned, so. But Zelina Vega took it like a champ. She didn't get annoyed by it. Yeah, that's a nice outfit. Liv Morgan. I see you reversed outfit styles. You're going for the little leg straps on your body this time instead of Raquel.
WrestleMania Sunday. Up next, Bayley takes on Liv Morgan in a match presented by.
It looks like a skeleton. It kind of looks like a skeleton on her bralette, and it's kind of cool how she interpreted the leg straps to be like that. Hi, Seth and Cole. So good to see you.
Okay, go to the tea. Pecan.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan.
NBA playoffs are here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel.
It's Captain
I'm
Cold.
the league's greatest rebounder. Ain't that right, Chuck GPT?
Incorrect.
Well, top 5 for sure.
You are 19th on the all-time list.
What about scoring?
31st and likely to be passed soon.
Assists?
No results found.
Best TV personality?
Top 1,000.
What about celebrity golfer?
Do you really want to know?
No.
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
I'm working on it.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the Credit One rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
The stage is set. The spectacle become history. Epic nights. One place to see it live. Land is here. It's legendary. Every moment. Every shot. Every win. As it happens live. Wrestlemania 31. Streaming live on Peacock.
Mountains of flavor, those crispy peaks,
didn't notice Ross started and rushing. I hope you don't mean in a car because I hope you don't mean in a car because turn me off right now if you're in a car. I don't want to. I can't be responsible.
And that golden rapper do this.
No, but it's the perfect snack.
And you can turn them into a real treat. Goya Maria cookies. Give snack time a golden touch.
I want you to push it real slow.
Everything's fine.
Push it real slow. Well, look who's back doing the live call-in show with Mr. Time.
And Thursday is Big Brother's birthday, so
So we cut to the sunglasses and we're
hope you could all join me when I do a small, maybe 15-minute stream during his birthday.
Next level of action.
Okay, that's great. Just don't step on any rocks or any shit.
WWE Ball, Wednesday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
The Sacramento Kings are still alive in the NBA as the season is wound down, heading to the playoffs now. We're in Sacramento tonight. We invite you to join Sam Roberts and Megan Morant to dive into everything from Monday Night Raw and WWE on the Raw Recap. Brought to you by Fanatics. Available every Tuesday on WWE YouTube and all audio platforms. Wherever you get your podcast. Don't miss this week's episode with the special guest, Liv Morgan's boyfriend, Dominic Mysterio.
I'd have to pass that one by. Sam and Megan doing a fantastic job on the Raw recaps every single week.
I'll be the first to admit that lately I've been in my head. Everything that's happened with Jade and Naomi, it really messed me up. And now this whole situation with Io and Rhea has brought out a different version of me. But different isn't wrong. My road to WrestleMania has been filled with nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. Not no complaining, no whining, no excuses, no, just straight facts. I've been doing nothing but standing up for myself and speaking the truth. Something that I think that anybody can do, something that I hope people are teaching their kids to do.
Oh, shame, Bianca
You don't
Belair.
have to like the truth.
I love your fashion still, nonetheless. That
Just like I can't deny that now.
I still love
it's a
your
triple
fashion
life.
nonetheless, even though, like,
I've been
it
through a
doesn't
lot.
take away from how you've been behaving.
I'm still the best. So I'm gonna use everything that I've been through to be the Bianca that I know that I can be. I'm the Bianca that won an elimination chamber. I'm the Bianca that's never been beat at WrestleMania. And I am the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, the best Bianca that you
thank
have
you,
ever
sir.
seen. So it doesn't matter if it's a triple threat.
Put it back.
Because there's nothing that Rhea or Io
Save
can
every
do
battery
aside
you
from giving
can.
out flowers and walking out of WrestleMania
Don't waste it on
champion.
me.
Because you cannot spell WrestleMania.
Because once it's at, let's face it, iPhones at 10%, they'll just drain instantly.
In the truth is, Bianca Belair has earned her way into this match, opening elimination chamber. It is a triple threat match.
And if you have, I can, but if you have an Android, then I wouldn't know. I mean, I know somewhat, but I would assume it's the same
And
thing.
the eradicated Rhea Ripley, live at WrestleMania. And we also know on WrestleMania Sunday, Bayley will get a WrestleMania opportunity. She teams with Lyra Valkyria, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team titles. And here we go, and we are underway. Bayley and Liv Morgan.
Lyra, your hair is out. I love it when it's out because ombre hair like that is meant to stay out. It's not meant to be braided. I mean, it's fine if you braid it, but ombre hair, I like it better when it's out because it just looks like a wave of color.
Cat and mouse outside, kicking off WrestleMania week in a big way in Sacramento.
Wise move by Liv Morgan.
And honestly, Raquel, I like you better in black. I know you're trying to reverse. I know you're trying to reverse colors with each other, but I like you better in black.
Women's tag team of all time. 3-time tag team champs. They can lose that obviously on Sunday to Bayley and Valkyria. And if you're Liv, you're trying to beat down your WrestleMania opponent as much as possible.
You know, we talked a lot last week too about the frustration that had been building for Bayley over the past number of months, not able to pick up victories.
And now Liv Morgan covering her ass, like she knows the effect it has.
The gauntlet match win on Friday helped cure some of those ills back.
Losing to Lyra last Monday and then picking up a big-time dub on a Friday could be great. Maybe Lyra's the perfect piece for Bayley.
Bayley misses wildly to the right hand. Liv Morgan ducks underneath the clothesline, and Bayley takes it out. That's press. And now Bayley saves a Stone Cold Steve Austin hammering away on Morgan. Stone Cold, of course, will be a part of the Hall of Fame ceremony. This coming Friday night in Las Vegas. Covered out by Bayley, and a kick out by Morgan at 2.
Give me a hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait for that. Bayley, obviously, trailblazer, groundbreaker here in this business.
Yeah, first ballot Hall of Fame. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, no doubt about that. One of the core pieces to the women's evolution that celebrating a decade. Bayley, a 4-time world champion. Accomplished just about everything.
Close to home here, be loved by the WWE Universe for good reason. And Liv Morgan, speaking of accomplishing
I
everything.
didn't say much about Bayley's outfit, but I kind of like this. I kind of like her in this teal color because she's trying to obviously match her Lyra, but I like her in this gray tie-dye. I always liked her in gray tie-dye.
Put you on your back. With the quickness of a cat.
And this teal color with white makes it look even better.
Last year,
Oh my gosh, I see your shoes, Lyra. I want your platformers. I have platformers just like that, but they're in a slipper form. I want hers because they're in a sneaker form.
over the past few months, and I had some candid conversations with her that she wasn't going to make it to WrestleMania. Be able to punch the ticket Friday night with the gauntlet match win.
I still can't believe we are so close to WrestleMania.
And quite the week.
Yes, it is.
In Las Vegas. Nice suplex by Bayley. Floats into the cover for the win on Morgan and a kick out. We're sold out tonight. 14,158 on hand for the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. The Golden One Center in the capital of California, Sacramento. Nice counter by Liv Morgan.
Absolutely. We balance everything. Bayley, well drafted.
A nice deep arm drag by Bayley, sending Morgan across the ring.
Absolutely.
Bayley now. Oh, nice back suplex delivered to Morgan, and Bayley's rolling. And you can see some confidence has come back to Bayley here tonight.
I think Dominic's gonna help her cheat, probably like always.
Bayley with a big smile and a glance up at the WrestleMania sign. Bayley now for the suicide dive and ran right into a right hand by Morgan.
Now Raquel laughing to the audience.
Outside the ring, delivers the first suplex, and as she rolls the hip, she sets up now for the 3 amigos.
It's not that funny.
On the outside, goal made great by the late great Eddie Guerrero. And now Morgan going for the third amigo, but a block by Bayley. And Bayley able to deliver a knee to the midsection. And Morgan right into the steps.
2 suplexes on the outside.
No, knee to the stairs from Bayley. And Morgan had stopped.
No, she stopped. She stopped just in time. That hurt. Yes, that hurt her, but her knee didn't hurt at all. She stopped in time.
No, we only just met.
In fact, she actually put her hands against her knees to protect her from herself from the stairs. So shut up, Pat McAfee. Sometimes you exaggerate.
How do we stream all of these games?
Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet.
So you never miss a moment while streaming live sports.
Isn't that the best part about working here?
No, it's the uniform.
Actually, Mr. Jalen, I do feel a little subconscious.
Yeah, and I feel ridiculous.
I mostly feel cold. Eating over.
It's fine.
Try to make y'all look fresh. Y'all good.
Know what's fresh? A super fast connection to the court with low lag. That's Wi-Fi built for streaming live sports. Bring on the good stuff.
The spectacle become history. Two epic nights. One place to see it live. What happens here becomes legendary.
So Roman Reigns, I think before the show, he released a video, like stating his opinion on how he felt when, you know, Paul Heyman chose CM Punk over him, and he basically said, just don't trust anyone, and how he kind of regrets taking that long, you know, break that he took for all this to happen. He partially blames himself, but, you know, he's probably just gonna go for broke and disregard all of Paul Heyman's information and just, you know, go back to his old logic and go back to his old logic of the, I'm trying to remember what the slogan he had on his shirt. Wreck everything and leave. I think that's what he's going for. Yeah, wreck everything and leave, or something like that. Yeah. That used to be the thing on his shirt. That was back when Bray Wyatt was alive. That was when Bray Wyatt was alive.
Back every day. Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. We run on America's most reliable 5G network for as low as $25 a month. They don't. Back then, we locked your price for 5 years. Not then. Back then. And we'll give you a free Samsung A35 when you switch to any of our
They'll
phone
probably
plans.
bring it up during,
Those guys, right?
like, you know,
We've got you
before
covered.
his
Get the
segment,
facts. Then
because
switch to Total Wireless.
that's just basically what he said. But the videos definitely looked a lot more intense than I could make it sound.
So don't have to wait any longer and grab them before everything really snowballs.
That is if they show it, because sometimes they show, like, you know, social media posts of their personal things if it has to do with the storylines, but sometimes they don't.
So many orders, man. Staff up.
I am here to work people. Where's the garlic sauce? Is he always here? He's everywhere.
Hi, Freshly.
For $12.99. That's right. I live here.
Back live here, ladies and gentlemen. Golden One Center in Sacramento. Over 14,000 sold out the final Raw before WrestleMania. And on WrestleMania Sunday, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez defend the tag titles against Bayley and the Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria.
So I've been thinking of
Bayley and Morgan
had
one-on-one here
a way to
tonight.
bypass all the copyrights. I can't really bypass all the copyrights, but what I can do is that I can, during the video, just write down all the spots that I need to give a clear-cut reaction so I can post on TikTok and Instagram, because I know for a fact that they can't copyright me there. So
Bayley hit that right on the button. Now she's lining up for the buckle.
follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see my wrestling reactions, because those are the only place WrestleMania reactions are going to be saved.
Read it. Understood what was happening.
Obviously, if you're lucky enough to watch my reaction, then good for you. But if you want to look back on my reaction on the WrestleMania matches, then just go to TikTok and Instagram and follow me there. Pikachu25.
But nonetheless, Morgan, a kick right in the spine.
Liv Morgan just smacked Bayley in the mouth after that. She thought it was over. Bayley continuing the fight. Now Liv's taking it to the
Damn,
sky.
you love
Second rope, Morgan caught by Bayley. Bayley now in a turn.
you love the baby more than, almost more than,
Boston Crab.
you know, my big brother does.
Counter. Oh, Morgan stacks up Bayley and a kick out by Bayley in two. Bayley went for the running knee. Morgan now looks for a quick victory. Bayley kicks out at two again, and Bayley this time caught her with a knee.
Two massive knees.
But remember the knee injured on the steps earlier tonight, Pat.
Absolutely. Another sunset flip buckle ball.
And this time it connects.
One thing.
Bayley drags Morgan back toward the center of the ring. Cover now for the victory.
I never was the baby. I never was the baby, really. I mean, I am still a baby, kind of, but I'm kind of like not the figure to be a baby anymore. But I can dress babyish only to stay in the cute factor.
Looking on here tonight in Sacramento, tremendous battle underway between Bayley and
I'll always be a baby per se, just because look at the fashion choices I have. And I don't mean the edgy kind, I mean the cute kind.
Let's go, Bayley. Let's go, Liv. Dueling chance here in Sacramento. Bayley now out to the apron. Morgan able to block. Oh! Right to the face.
Okay, you think any of this stuff is still good?
Huh?
And look at the intense look in the eyes.
I don't know, check the date. I know that I knew that was there. But no, that thing would be, that thing is like 10 or 8 years old.
Morgan may have injured herself as well as she came down hard.
On the bottom of the bottom.
2 great matches, 2 weeks in a row for Bayley.
Yeah, those things are old. Those are like 8 years old. You really think you don't know nothing about makeup or facial products. If they're like 8, 10 years old, there's no way they would work now. Rookie.
What's it going to take for either one of these women?
He has a lot to learn because he has a girl daughter now, so he has to learn about this stuff.
Facial expression by Morgan. Lyra trying to build Bayley up.
Because I'm going to be the greatest influence ever and teach her all about the arts of being fashion forward and makeup.
Second rope.
I'm not secretly praying, but if she happens to have an emo phase, it's only right that I put her in the right direction.
A stutter of sorts for Bayley as Morgan came off the ropes. And now Bayley with a belly to belly. Critical moment of this match. Cover by Bayley for the win.
Leg on the rope.
And now Rodriguez.
Yeah, he saw it. Thank you. Thank you for being responsible.
And Lyra Valkyria's had enough. And Lyra attacking Rodriguez.
Let Dominic come out.
Raquel Rodriguez got involved in that.
Yeah, she's too strong. You still have to leave.
Lyra sticking up for a WrestleMania teammate.
And Bayley making Raquel Rodriguez pay.
Okay, I see. I see now.
They're going for oblivion.
Okay. Cheat better. Learn how to cheat better, Liv. Or better yet, help your friends learn how to cheat better for you. Yep. I know it probably won't happen, but that's a scenario that could happen. They probably will win. I'm only assuming to help move along the breakup of the Judgment Day. That's the only reason why I think that Bayley and Lyra will win. Only to help break up the Judgment Day. But otherwise, if that's not the reason, then they have no reason to win, and Liv and Raquel could keep it. Well, if he I was gonna ask my brother something, but then I remembered he didn't need my help.
Because at WrestleMania, in the main event, in my corner, your wise man, my best friend, Paul Heyman. Wise man. Yes, my tribal chief. Let this desperate fool down easy, will you? No, my tribal chief, I can't do that.
Where did that energy go, Paul Heyman?
situation entirely and let me and Punk and Roman battle it out at WrestleMania for the soul of this industry. I would take it as a privilege to remove you from the situation right here, right now.
What your damn hands off me again!
He wasn't even close, so like I'm looking at this video over and over again and I'm like, he wasn't even close enough.
A favor.
So it makes me, like, you know, question a lot of things. Because I understand if he was an inch away, but he was really far away. He just did that to scare him. And scaring. Call Roman Reigns for what? Whatever, like I said, scaring is one thing, but actually almost doing it is another level of scaring. So, how do I explain this? There's a difference between scaring someone regular and then scaring them half to death, which that he didn't do. So my Easter Y2K outfit should be coming tomorrow. It's just running a little late. I know it's in the New Jersey, like, you know, package facility, but I assumed it would be here today because usually if it's in the area of New Jersey or New York, it would come the day after because New Jersey is only like, what, 4 hours away from us, so I assumed it was going to come today, but it didn't, so it's probably going to come tomorrow, most likely. But I haven't seen a change yet in my tracking, so it's still there, but either way, I got until my brother's birthday. He said it could come around anywhere between that time.
Help. There's crunch in my skills and I'm feeling baffled and captivated.
I'm hesitant and euphoric. Alarmed and delighted.
Crunch the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry, fighting dirty. Bring the juice, Ooh.
Bring the juice.
Time to bring the juice.
That's weird.
When every day feels like Monday, Minute Man, bring the juice.
it. No, I need that.
Summon Dale!
Who's Dale?
A real human.
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone. Let's go fix that oven.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back. Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
WWE 2K25. Anything from them. You want some of that? New epic world, new arena, new storyline. This is WWE 2K20.
Transforming into the future of modern fighting. Karrion and WWE presents Wrestlemania.
You know, Undertaker One Dead Man show will take place in the state-of-the-art Blue Line Theater. The Continental Hotel is part of WrestleMania Week this Saturday, April 19th at 10 p.m. Pacific. It will feature the Phenom in an intimate setting, sharing never before stories from Hall of Fame premiere. Tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster.com.
Front row with that take, I cannot wait to hear.
And the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania is presented by Wingstop.
Love Wingstop. Got good thighs as well, wings, you name it.
Bianca,
It's
I
Queen.
can see right through you. You said you were just out there to watch. And then you
Hey,
said you were
I
just
didn't
out
know
there
you
to cool it down the
I need
middle.
to turn on my
But I can see your
notifications.
true intentions now. You
Anytime you can make for me is
on playing
totally
with
cool
my
by me.
winding me up like I'm some
Glad you could be here, Mackenzie. I remember you.
make me seem like I'm the bad guy. The thing that you
Oh, you'll never be a bad person to me, Rhea Ripley. No matter what, you are a heel babyface anti-hero.
I never had to give you a chance.
But like I said, I still stand on the idea of being a Team Eos guy. I have to support my kawaii baby.
And I got what I wanted to.
Billy might turn heel at Mania winning those tag teams. I already said what I will think happen with those two. I said if they really have to win, it'll just be to break up the Judgment Day. It's only for that purpose only. But if they don't, then yeah, they definitely have no reason to win. Because I only said that because I assumed that if nobody has a title in the Judgment Day, then they really don't need to exist. It was only staying afloat because Raquel and Liv had titles, and so did JD and Finn at the time, but now no.
Six-man tag team matchup, the LWO versus the Creeds and Grande Americano. This was a show.
It seems as though like what they're trying to go for, if nobody has a title in the Judgment Day, then there's no point. Hi there.
Like loading up his forehead and dropping some metal on your face. They got the big time win, and they know Grande got out of there as Kurt Fraser and his wife Leanne were gone.
Rey Mysterio, part of WrestleMania Saturday, going to take on El Grande Americano. It's a shame that Rey Mysterio's got to take on Americano and not actually Chad Gable, although Chad Gable does have his WrestleMania moment this year at least. Very complicated story.
How dare he get a WrestleMania opportunity before Chad Gable does?
Obviously, the height, the power advantage over Rey, but this isn't Rey's first rodeo, Pat, when it comes to a much larger athlete and a competitor.
Yeah, he's had to have a strategy against a bigger opponent for his entire career. That led to him being in the Hall of Fame. Now Julius Creed's a little bit different though.
If he disappears during this,
Too tall, too strong, too
I
fast,
see Chad Gable right there. But if he disappears,
This year's WrestleMania cap will mark the 13th career match for the legendary Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania.
Just like that, quick as a hiccup, backflip against the rough. Julius Creed still in command.
Mysterio's had so many great moments over the years at WrestleMania. Never forget 2006 in a triple threat match to win the World Championship after winning the Rumble earlier that year.
Rey Mysterio was doing there, thinking that he needs to go power for power with Julius Creed. I respect it though.
yes, I see Chad Gable there, right?
Big trouble. Just like that. Quickness of Mysterio for that run. Sending Creed toward the ropes. And Rey now getting fired up. Rey. Oh! Former three-time world
Oh, by the way, I didn't really get a close-up on your mask today, Rey Mysterio. I love those colors of teal and purple. That's a nice color blend. It reminds me of that old Trix yogurt. That's the colors. That's the colors of the old Trix yogurt. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Raspberry Swirl, and it had blue and purple like that. And then when you mix it all together, it would turn just really purple because the blue color was too light. Rhea isn't winning her title back. Yeah, you right about that. I told you I'm on Team EO, so yes, I'm with you. She's still my favorite, so that's all I need you to don't get twisted. She'll always be my favorite superstar, Rhea Ripley, but this time I'm with you on Team EO Sky because she's my second favorite, and I will be biased on my second favorite if I can be, which I totally can be right now. He did the same thing. Yep. Everyone wants to cheat. You cheated first, they cheated now. Everybody leave. Okay, so now he's gonna come out. Okay, everybody leave. So. They needed a cover for him to leave so he could go change into his El Grande attire. And with the rest of LWO not there to help them, it's going to be a disaster.
Best TV personality? Top 1,000. What about celebrity golfer? Do you really want to know?
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports store.
Never had a sauce like mine. And you never will. Because my sauce is only for dogs.
You don't have a no-no to make sauce for your dog. But you do have new pedigree drizzlers. It's sauce for dogs.
Before I knew, I was different. Before I understood what nuclear truly meant. Before I could use my mind to move a submarine, I had to be born for it. You can be smart, or you can be nuke smart. All conditions normal.
Italian marble is a little overrated. Spanish marble is much better.
Yeah, we got the statues. Pulling up now.
So all this trouble for one tiny little picture? Hollywood. Sorry to do this, but rush deliveries cost extra.
Extra. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mira, got this.
Rhodes and Clash of Clans. You destroyed my village. You thought this was just a game? I shall have my revenge.
They see me as Overlord Rhodes. Overlord
I swear this commercial is cute for now, but this commercial is cute for now, but we did like a little bit of a foreshadowing of a heel turn of Cody Rhodes. Soon? Question mark. Is Cody Rhodes on Raw tonight? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but then again, I'm not really sure. I only put in the description what I actually saw on the IG title card post, because they post mainly the important stuff or the little tiny matches in the title card and segment card posts that they always post on IG, like maybe 2 or an hour before every show, and I only saw what I put down on the description. That's why I said don't trust the description all the time. I just go based on what the IG title card says.
Mysterio building some momentum here.
But I'm just gonna say maybe that Cody Rhodes isn't here only because Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and CM Punk are here, so no need to have all of the top stars here at once. Yeah, sure.
Julius Creed was parading around the outside of the ring with Rey Mysterio. Like he was on top of the world.
And I think that was incredible. Julius Creed just did a little bit ago. Catching Mysterio in midair, powering him up, but Mysterio able to count. And now Rey, top rope where he feels comfortable. Rey with a Karrion from the top, sending Creed into the corner.
This is what Rey wants. Julius kneeling, him in charge.
This is a go-home show for the final. This is a go-home show for the final show. I don't know. If John Cena's not here, I doubt The Rock would be here. I know for a fact John Cena's not here.
Picked out of midair again. Julius Creed and what a counter by Mysterio into a DDT. The legendary Rey Mysterio and a kick out by Creed. I've had the honor to call a majority of the matches in Rey Mysterio's illustrious career, and I'm amazed each and every time. Father Time has not caught up with Rey Mysterio. Oh! And he drives Mysterio to the ropes. Creed now straps down.
My God.
Mysterio played Julius Creed perfectly there.
Yeah. No. Julius Creed's gonna... I thought he was gonna rip off his mask. Good. You know your self-worth. Yay. Excellent work. See, this story will probably die down. You gotta have Penta, Rey Phoenix, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio all surround him. No, we need to get the NXT Anonymous to go undercover against this because that's the only way.
Telling me that's not checking.
That's El Grande Americano.
Look it, there it is. I told you. Once again, slipping that piece of metal.
That was obviously from a panelist, so I couldn't possibly know that. But we should have known anyway.
Just days removed from WrestleMania.
Well, on WrestleMania Saturday, that man, El Grande Americano.
I think he just said gracias.
Wants to embarrass the greatest luchador of all time, Rey Mysterio. You're telling me that's not David?
That's El Grande Americano. I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I'm just saying that's El Grande Americano.
I'm saying what he's doing is right. That's what they all say.
It's presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfy. By WWE 2K25 WrestleMania sale is here. WWE 2K25 is 20% off on PlayStation today, bringing you the opportunity to rewrite bloodline, family history, and 2K Showcase, plus intergender battles and more game-changing updates.
Xavier, Kofi, you run your mouths about how the New Day is the greatest tag team of all time. But the fact of the matter is, the War Raiders have blazed a path of world domination for more than a decade. We've won gold on multiple continents. Last week, we had you beat dead to rights. You took the coward's way out. You knew you couldn't beat us. You say this is about these titles. But it's about more than these championships now. Last week, you took this to a whole new level. Because you didn't come for these titles. You came for my neck. You tried to put me back on the shelf. You tried to end my career. So at WrestleMania, this isn't going to be a match of hell. This isn't even going to be a fight. This is
I mean, we're not in it, but it's
Excuse me, guys. Xavier, Kofi, we just heard from the war with
we got WWE and Clash of Clans. You're gonna interrupt this too?
your lack of etiquette is simply audacious.
Genuinely, I'm sorry, but we heard from the War Raiders earlier, and they said that you guys took these to a whole new level last
Sorry.
week. And they're saying that your match at WrestleMania in less than a week is going to be a war.
War?
Well, I'm looking at Xavier's shirt. That's a pretty cool shirt. My brother would wear something like that. But I would wear something like that too. Saint, evil, or faith. That's cool.
Tag team championships, and we remind the entire world that your boys, the New Day, are the greatest tag team on the face of planet Earth.
Last week was just a taste of what the New Day is willing to do to get our titles back. And after WrestleMania, Eric is going to wish that we would have taken his head off, so him and Highbar would have to catch the beating they're going to get this Saturday. And when we regain our tag team championship at WrestleMania, every irrelevant and immature member of the WWE Universe will have no choice but to drop to their knees, raise their hands to the sky, and scream in unison. Thank God for the New Day.
Yeah.
Time to see at WrestleMania. Cool. Sounds like the New Day is ready for the war. Back to you.
Kathy. That's Jackie. I would get those two mixed up, but Jackie, she said, yeah, cool. She's been a little bit sassy with her interviews as of lately, and I love it because it seems like the interviewers don't play a part. Well, like, don't have their opinions anymore. It's like they're just supposed to listen, but I liked it back then when they kind of had their own opinions. They couldn't say it obviously to their face, but they were just like hinting and being vague about it, and they don't do it now as much as they did then.
AJ Styles prepares for Logan Paul in Wrestlemania, but he's got Karrion Kross next.
I heard that the former interviewer, Kayla Braxton, she has a podcast now. She's being pretty successful about it, and that's good for her because
Designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
because Kayla has obviously been good at speaking, so she decided to put it to good use with a podcast. I just don't know what it's about, but I know it's with another person. I just forget whether, like, they had interview experience before or they just had wrestling experience. I'm not too sure.
You can cancel the ones you don't want right through the app, and it can even help you try and get a refund.
I'm loving the live betting on DraftKings.
Oh, they got it all.
Man, money lines, spreads,
Next pitch, straight.
and all kinds of player props. And overs. I mean, look, they
Us Kayla stick together.
Batter stepping up to the plate.
I got it in. Okay, now quit yapping
I'm
about
Kayla,
live
she's
betting.
Kayla, so.
The stacked lineup of baseball bets, DraftKings is the #1 sports book for live betting. We get you, so we got that. New customers turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets. The crowd is yours.
Some things are inevitable, inescapable, set in stone from the day we're born. And some aren't. Through Hims, you can get access to a range of options made with proven ingredients to stop hair loss and regrow hair. Formulas are personalized and prescribed by licensed medical providers 100% online. Break tradition with Hims. For regrowth in 3 to 6 months, get started today at hims.com.
We got your back every day. Others.
I'm just doing work on the PC.
Just look at the
That's
facts.
cool.
We run on America's most
Can somebody give me a PC so I can play The Sims on?
They don't. Fact that we locked your price for 5 years.
Who am I kidding? The Sims 2 doesn't even work on PCs today.
So fact those guys, right?
That's why
Then switch.
that whole fusion of all the Sims combined into one that they did for the anniversary, it failed. Only because of graphics and software failures. But it's because people, always said that The Sims 2 had a different software than it did back then, so it would only work on old PCs. No matter how new the PC is, it would never work on a new PC. It would only work on old laptops and PCs. So that's why it never could and probably never will work right on new PCs, The Sims 2 and 1. Only 3 and 4 are the only compatible games to work on any kind of PC that you have today. I like the new day and I hope they win Mania. They're probably gonna no lie because there has to be a heel tag team. Like, it's always been a thing.
Here we go. Triple H versus The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels, the special referee. End of an era.
I do wish that I wish I never gave back my sister's old laptop though, because that was the laptop that I would always play The Sims 2 on, and she of course being a big Sims fan, then me, because obviously it came around by the time she was around. I wasn't even born yet when The Sims officially came out. I wasn't even born yet when The Sims came out, but my sister collected almost everything from every genre, from the packs to the games, everything. And she gave me a laptop that only would work if I had the charger on it 24/7. would play The Sims 2 on there all the time with my nephew back when I was like maybe 9 or 8. I wish I still had it though, and I wonder if she still has those games, because if she don't, she probably made good money off of that, because I be seeing The Sims 2 games and expansion packs and everything, they be selling for like $60. So she probably made good money off if she sold all her games, but if she didn't, I would totally take them off her hand and buy one, like, you know, see if there's a laptop that, like, you know, runs on the old Windows system to see if it could work. So I played on a PC before. Yeah, but it's not a good one. It was back in 08. That was way before PC meant something else than it does now. PC back then doesn't mean the same thing like it does now. I'll just say that. Hear people spending almost $5K on their PC systems. And that's just like, you know, the cheapest price to buy everything you need to play a PC. But I've been seeing people get more expensive stuff and they spend like maybe $15,000 or almost $20,000.
That takes place on WrestleMania Sunday. Back in the tights for a moment for Karrion Kross. He actually went to the man who makes the tights for AJ Styles. And they're very, very similar.
The first game system that I ever played was Nintendo 64. That was the first game system I ever played. But the first system I ever received was, I would say, well, honestly, they were all hand-me-downs, so I can't really consider hand-me-downs game systems I received. But the first game system that I legitimately received was a DSi. All the other things were hand-me-downs that my brother had first, and they said, "Oh, Kayla, you can have it."
You mentioned the unleashing the more dangerous side of AJ Styles. Karrion Kross is not happy that a man like Logan Paul is involved in WWE.
Said takes the easy way up to the top. Didn't have to earn it. All the same stuff that outsiders get told whenever they come to the WWE. Karrion Kross said that AJ Styles is representing for not only him, but the entire industry. He wants him to go back to a little more evil ways, a little bit darker. Whatever he needs to do to win over Logan Paul.
AJ Styles, 20+ years, working hard to get to the top of the industry. Two-time WWE champion. And say whatever you want about Logan Paul, whether you really don't. Paul has been tremendous. And now Scarlett getting involved. Referee Jessica Carr dealing with Kross. That's the danger.
Ooh, Scarlett, I see your outfit. Pretty nice, but you always look like you're wearing outfits to fight. And that's not good though. You have fighting attire and you're not even fighting.
Kross doesn't like it one bit. Karrion trying to manipulate folks into doing things his way.
Super Nintendo, the first game system back in the only time I ever played Super NES was obviously the time when Nintendo put virtual play on any of the current systems like Wii U or Virtual Console, you know, like that. I would do that. I would play that on here, but you have to pay $60. You have to pay $60. I think a year for that, and also $20 for online services in order to play it, and that's $80 in total, and I can't afford that. That's just cosplay. That's cosplay slash outfit money that I can't afford to, you know, spend willy-nilly.
Over the top lands on the apron as Kross rolled out. Arms went in and out. Takes AJ out and hit the side of his face pretty hard on the apron.
I always set aside $80 so I can buy whatever I need for cosplay purposes. Whatever's left over goes right back into our bills.
Wondering about everybody over there. He must
Really?
really
Go! Wow! Styles driven into the timekeeper's area. Kross is on a mission tonight.
wow.
Scarlett, I do love you though. You're such a statistic. I don't want to say succubus because I feel like that's kind of rude, but that's the vibe you give me.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit one rewards in the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Wait, there's a peanut inside me? Nice. M&M's. It's more fun together.
Last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry. Fighting dirty.
Bring the juice, Ooh.
Bring the juice.
Time to bring the juice.
Minute Maid juice. I honestly only like Minute Maid fruit punch. I don't like any of the other Minute Maid juices.
12 flakes, so bold, the whole life is complete.
Except, actually, no, I'm lying. I like their fruit punch and the raspberry lemonade. Those are the only two I like.
Bring the flake, Wayne-style.
We'll see about that. 1, 2, 3, can't go.
We gotta stop them smoking. We gotta get them before they get away. Ain't you a soldier? Didn't you just shoot 2 men for touching your truck? You just gotta stay through the night. And what? Then kill the whole town? Turn everybody to monsters? From now on, you're a time. Get out of the way.
I cannot help but be impressed at the offensive prowess of Karrion Kross tonight. A much more physical and intense Kross has over 14,000 look on in Sacramento. Sold out the final Raw before Wrestlemania.
I don't know where Karrion Kross is going with this because, as I said many times, it feels like his sole purpose is to turn WWE superstars into heels nowadays, but otherwise, what is his purpose? His in-ring purpose, that is. And what's more annoying is that he always has a smug grin on his face, like, you know, he's obviously like happy that everything's going according to plan, but I don't know what your plan is.
Kross is giving him all that he can handle.
You know, we talked during the entrance of Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross is kind of where he goes, oh yeah, but that's what he does. He just plays mind games. Otherwise, I don't see what the point of him is being here for.
He's done just that.
It's like he's found something in the bottom of the bottle.
But most would say that's just a coincidence. But you're right though. You got a point.
Career all around the world. Kross, wait a minute.
Yeah. Fake injury.
Buckled almost, if you will.
I think Kross may have twisted his ankle.
Oh, Jessica, dear, don't believe anything.
What a cheap shot by Kross. Now a big smile on his face. Obviously a ruse. AJ
You had no one fooled, I'm just saying.
Official to ask about Kross. And remember, AJ Styles had a similar ankle injury back late last year that cost him a number of months of his career. And Kross played on that side. And AJ Styles kicked off, and he showed a little bit of sympathy. And now he's going to take that fight to Kross.
Kross was giving himself a one-man parade.
Yeah, but Logan Paul's going to interrupt this, so he's here.
Kross did was give AJ Styles an opening. And there comes the phenomenal one. Didn't have enough, though. Kicked an midsection cleanser with an EET. And Kross says that's it.
Karrion and Scarlett having a massive Monday Night Raw.
His gloves are not the same. That's the only thing he's missing. It would have totally been legit if he had his gloves, just with his logo.
Styles with Kross up top. Oh, knee right to the spine.
These two.
Styles walked out to the apron by Kross. Kross on the top rope. Styles now. The big right hand. Kross sent to the AJ Styles in position. Kross gave, stunned, back to his feet. Styles on the top rope. Cover! Could that be the fate of Logan Paul? Wrestlemania.
Poor Scarlett. I like Karrion Kross character. I don't like seeing him do this. Well, he was recently talking to Dominic, so.
Impressive tonight, but once again, the resilience of the veteran AJ Styles.
I've always said, though, that Karrion Kross will make a good asset to Judgment Day, but I don't know if they would actually go through with it in light of what it looks like a Judgment Day breakup. God knows when, but ew. Talk to me so I won't have to look at his face.
AJ Styles. Hey, whoa, what's up with all the hostility? Sacramento chill. I came out here to tell my man congratulations. Seriously, AJ, no, go win, brother. Congratulations, you did it. In front of Sacramento. A bunch of people who weren't cool enough to live in Los Angeles. And weren't smart enough to live in San Francisco. You, my friend, just showed these generic California losers why you versus me at Wrestlemania is gonna cook. But hey, AJ, now, why don't we show them why our match is
Sammy
gonna make
Zapp?
money?
Oh, wow. Not someone holding a Sammy Zapp poster. That's a very famous wrestling analyst on TikTok. I like him. He's definitely okay. I don't need to see your promos, but he's a very famous wrestling analyst that I like seeing on TikTok, and he definitely does give me a better perspective on the storylines than I could say myself. So that's why I like him so much. I love Sabrina Carpenter more than you, so.
start WrestleMania a couple of days early and bring your ass to the ring right now.
Or you could just give me Prime and stay out of my life.
Styles was not impressed. And Logan Paul making his way to the ring now. And a Karrion Kross trying to sneak attack Styles. Styles is ready. Styles now trying to take out Paul and Kross. And Karrion Kross now, as the numbers game, they catch up to AJ Styles here. Styles though, takes it out.
Wow, you can handle yourself for
An impaler that converted DDT by Styles.
well, you can handle. Oh no, he can't. Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier.
All it takes is one titanium punch, and then it's time for the
Wow, you're trying to mimic The Rock. See, you need to mimic people, mock people.
Once again, Logan Paul impressive tonight, and a little bit of help from Karrion Kross, but nonetheless sends a message to Mr. Styles.
All it takes is one big right, and then the pulverizer. And Logan can beat anybody in this industry, and he knows it, and he'll tell you about it.
Logan Paul hopes to create another viral moment, but he goes one-on-one with AJ Styles Sunday in WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, Saturday night, the main event, of course, the triple threat match between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, which marks the first ever WrestleMania main event in the career of the Second City Saint. Punk will be here with us live later on tonight, as will Seth Rollins and as will Roman Reigns. We are still awaiting the arrival of the original tribal chief, Paul Heyman. Apparently has not seen Roman Reigns since requested or he granted CM Punk's favor.
Why would he wait for you after the video he posted? I'm guessing you didn't see it.
To them, this is real. I'm losing my mind here.
Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, that's me.
As an Overlord Rhodes, in Clash of Clans, you destroyed my village. You thought this was just a game? I shall have my revenge.
They see me as Overlord Rhodes. I'll give them Overlord Rhodes.
And I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. They have their own. I am the league's greatest rebounder. Ain't that right, Chuck GPT? Incorrect. Well, top 5 for sure. You were 19th on the all-time list. What about scorers? 31st, and likely to be fast soon. Assists? Don't result foul. Best TV personality? Top 1,000. What about celebrity golfer? Do you really want to know? No.
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
It's just like our new house. I hope you have the American Home Shoe warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Clogged AC coils? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? Ta-da! If AHS can't fix your covered item, then replace it, no matter its age.
A warranty is smart.
Oh, happy family. Is that us? Too much? American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Knock, knock. Ding dong. Don't stop watching. It's snack time. And we Twinkies swear you'll love these. Just get past our singers. Hostage, please, Mickey snacking.
Yo, what's up, man? You still trying to get that new place, right?
Yeah.
Well, check this. Table 5 was popping off. They were talking about all this new technology. There's a t-shirt that can button itself.
My boy has that t-shirt.
For real?
And the pants. Yes, sir.
Pants too. We gotta invest.
My paycheck invested in itself. My portfolio is set.
You don't believe in yourself. I believe in me. Why do you think I owned it? I thought I
into that?
Crazy. That's fake.
I don't know why he's like that.
Yeah.
More for us.
Hey.
It's tax season. What accounted it?
Paul Heyman is tired of waiting in the parking lot for Roman Reigns. He looks tired too, but what do you expect anyway?
Accounted to special tax day swing April 15.
Talk about dedication to the betrayal. I would say as of now. Watch, it'll be Seth Rollins again.
Just a little taste of what it was like to race in the
Because
desert.
the first time he tried to wait for Roman Reigns, it was Seth Rollins who came first. So let's see if that'll happen again. This seems, it'll be cool to ride in a dune buggy like that, but it seems kind of scary at the same time.
Comes out Wednesday, featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I watched, me and my brother really watched that show. It's nice.
Tonight's show is presented by Snickers.
It's good to see Stephanie step away from her father's situation and just focus on herself, as she should.
Feels like they've been training for my entire life, so shout out Snickers. Thanks for everything you've done for me and millions of others.
Hello, sir.
Oh, yeah.
No hype. All serious. Do I watch Cowboy Bebop? I never watched that anime, unfortunately, but I know of it. That's definitely a classic.
Gotta wonder what Jey Uso thought about Gunther's fiery interview earlier tonight.
That's on Netflix and Tubi and all those free streaming services. That's like the one anime you're guaranteed to always find.
His eyes were on the prize. The people are behind him. And WrestleMania might become Edomania.
Something changed inside this man last week. 2 weeks ago, his brother Jimmy went the bloody mess in the hands of Gunther. Last week,
I am seeing if I could go watch the Hatsune Miku movie, the Miku Can't Sing. That comes out on the same day my brother's birthday. If I can't go the actual day, I will probably see if I could go like maybe sometime during the week.
and it's all part of WrestleMania Saturday. Jey Uso and Gunther for the World Championship.
I'm also waiting on Don Season 2. Save the date, everyone. It's July 5th. I can't wait to watch that. And I hope it wins Anime of the Year. The Anime Awards will be coming up next month. I think on May 15th. I would do a live stream. I would do a live stream on that, but most of the animes I haven't watched that are nominated in this year's Anime Awards, I only watched literally like maybe 3. And that's Oshinoko, A Sign of Affection, and Dandadan. Everything else I have not watched at all. I can't wait to see the WrestleMania stage again. Like I said, the stage structure has been revealed, but not the stage what it looks like. Someone just did a 3D model of the stage based on its structure, and you, like I said, you can, like, you know, take his word for it, but not at the same time, because that's not a guarantee. That's just what he interprets it based on the structure of the stage. But it's obviously uncompleted, so you can't really say, like, you know, yeah, it'll look like this depending on this structure. Me and my mom at first thought that the structure was above ground, but no. Run it back, yes, they're gonna run it back. Yeah, because he was being serious when he got out, so now he could be fun. It is a big structure, I'll say that. Oh, the baby! like, bringing babies to events like this, I'll just say I hope you're a responsible parent, because there's a woman who brought her baby to a Sabrina Carpenter concert, and she put her on the floor. So I hope you're responsible and know what to do in situations where you go to concerts and have no choice or choose to bring your baby. But that dad definitely knows what he's doing. He brought the, you know, noise canceling and everything. I love there's this one video of Seth Rollins that he kisses a baby and he's like, wow, you're still up, little man. Because, yeah, you would think that babies that have noise cancel headphones would fall asleep during all this excitement, but he stayed up. I just forgot what year that video happened, but it's still so cute to this day.
Locked in for my family. I'm locked in for y'all. Check it out, though. Hey, hold up. Listen to Gunther out here talking. You know what that made me feel like? You afraid. He mad. No.
Mad at what?
No. You afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther. You afraid. You afraid. I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of 60,000 people for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Hey, look though. I'm gonna see you on Saturday, Oos. Gunther, I'm gonna get you, cuz. So here's what we're gonna do. One time for the one time. Hey, Oos, please, hit my music. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Saturday, 60,000 plus on the spread. Allegiant Stadium. Gonna be on their feet.
I saw on TikTok that there was this group of dancers that were making choreography based on the wrestlers' music, and they did one on Jey Uso's song, and people in the comments were like tagging Jey Uso saying, yo, use these guys in your WrestleMania entrance, and he liked it, but he didn't say like, you know, a comment about it. But I was hoping he would, though, because that would be so amazing. Aw, that guy's dressed up as the Fiend. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. But I will admit that seeing people cosplay as the Fiend just gives me a little PTSD that he's really gone. Like, sometimes I'd be in denial, you know. But don't we all for wrestlers that we lost? Or anyone we lost for that matter. No shame on that sign, but a project cardboard is not the best material to make a sign out of. Unless you put something on the back of the sign. but he just left it unfinished. But that's okay, so I can't really make fun of him that much.
Day one-ish. Just me, oops.
How could you not get caught up that it is hot in here? The tension is palpable. WrestleMania is just a few days away, and we're eating all over Sacramento.
It's been a fabulous week. You know, last week the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania sold out PG Paint Arena.
Gross, you smell like cigarettes so strongly.
Part of a comeback of his big
You smell.
Who?
You!
Like what? I took a shower. What you mean?
You smell like weed or cigarettes or something.
Yeah. Duh, I was smoking
That's
weed.
too strong for me right now. Like, what the heck?
Yo, now that you say that, you don't care, but that shit is like some shit from back in the day. Like,
What are you talking about?
the weed.
So?
It's like some good shit, man. I'm like,
I'm sure it is, but
Some
that
good
but
shit, guys.
I'm a non-smoker, and just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I want to smell it all the time. This is supposed to be the room of clear air. My mom says so herself. My room and my grandparents' room will not have a reek of, you know, cigarette or weed smoke.
Finn Balor make his own statement. Balor, Dominic, Penta, Breaker, fatal four-way. WrestleMania. Go to Captain Kelly.
Thanks so much, Cole. And here now with Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker.
Yeah, that's Penta strong. So it. I know it's Febreze doesn't work on the weed smell, but it's all I have. So.
This is obviously the biggest title defense of my career.
Oh dear. Attacking. Oh. And there always has to be a pipe falling somewhere whenever there's backstage attacks.
Braun's gonna be all right.
He better be. Whoa! Were they kind of late? Were they kind of late on the shuriken? The seeing that little pyro pinwheel reminds me of how my mom is on the 4th of July. She does a really cool sparkler pinwheel with Brillo and wired hanger. I forgot what it's called officially, but that's basically what she does. It's basically she just swings around wired hanger and puts Brillo on it, and she swings it onto the road, and the effects that, like, you know, when it rubs onto the road, it makes a lot of sparks. It becomes just like that.
Kind of a big deal.
But that's not the same thing. This is just a firework that spun around.
And little ones too. This is your car. And sometimes your office. Oh, it's okay. We're good. And you're going big places. Hey, where are you going? At Car Gurus, we get it. It's the #1 most visited car shopping site with the biggest selection of cars. We make sure your big deal is the best deal.
He's stronger than all of the Avengers rolled into one.
pepperoni bag of Papa John's with more pepperoni and over half a pound of cheese. So many orders, we have to staff up.
I am here to work people. Where's the garlic sauce? Is he on here? He's everywhere. We're making you a shakalaka for $12.99. I live here.
An hour and a half to go. Oh man, I saw my brother walk in a few moments ago, and I should have asked before he left to switch out the crunchy peanut butter for this mood, because my mom accidentally bought crunchy peanut butter, and I wanted to tell him to go back to the store and just, like, you know, trade it, because since we're cool with the store down our block, he'll just let us trade it with no charge, so long as it's unopened, which it is. But now we just got crunchy peanut butter that nobody's gonna use. Whoever eats crunchy peanut butter, you're a maniac. I mean that, like, you know, in an impressive way, because I could never.
Friday night SmackDown takes place at T-Mobile in Las Vegas on the Strip this coming Friday. Cody Rhodes and John
See, Cody Rhodes and John Cena will be at the last show of before WrestleMania, which is SmackDown.
Coming Friday, we talked about the Pat McAfee show on ESPN. As soon as that is over, Pat and I head over to T-Mobile. We'll be outside with a host of guests as we officially host the WrestleMania kickoff show. Always a lot of fun. That's live on Peacock.
Now, those kickoff shows have become must-watch entertainment, especially because of the things that you end up doing. Crowd surfing, offending people. We'll kick off WrestleMania in front of fashion. Cannot wait to get out to Las Vegas on Friday.
Like the weekend, meanwhile, here at the final Monday Night Raw, before WrestleMania, sold out Sacramento, Balor takes on Penta.
All right, guys, I will get into hair and makeup when it's the Hall of Fame ceremony.
For the Intercontinental Championship in the history of WrestleMania, this illustrious title has never been defended in a fatal four-way at the Grande stage of Paul, but it will take place. Penta now, driving Finn Balor off the apron. Penta has seen it, heard enough. There's so much bad blood between these guys, and Penta fired up here tonight.
Absolutely, Penta says you're
Braun
in
Breaker
for something special
got
tonight.
attacked by the Jump. Yes, I know. I saw it.
No champion's advantage for the champ Braun Breaker, because the first
The pipe dropped on the floor and everything.
Champion.
Two people in a match, obviously the same group, who have obviously worked together in the past, so there's a lot to keep their eye on.
And Penta taking his first championship in WWE based on his body.
And that's why Penta most likely will win this match, because Braun Breaker will come to and he'll be fully recovered after that attack, and everything will be Gucci unless the company decides to help Finn Balor, Dominic, and Carlito.
Penta's WWE career thus far has come from that man, Finn Balor.
He's kicked by Penta, the face of Balor. Finn Balor, interesting under these fatal four-way rules. You know, Balor could pin Dominic Mysterio, his Judgment Day stablemate. Here's the cover. Kick out to win the championship.
I would love to do a handstand on a rope.
Could pin Finn Balor to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, the Judgment Day is going to implode totally at WrestleMania. I think we can all see that coming.
Will they work together?
Seems doubtful. Rather selfish group, the Judgment Day. There'll be an Intercontinental title on the line.
I don't think that someone's a great leader in this. I also like to use the word jealousy, because Finn Balor's been jealous about everyone in that group for over a year now. It's reared its ugly head in
you
the
finally said what everyone thought. He's been jealous of everyone in that group. Michael Cole, you're amazing.
Championship conversations.
Yeah, but isn't it?
Don't shush Michael Cole, Pat McAfee. He's saying the facts.
He shushed us all, and it was for good reason.
We can't be in denial forever.
Absolute shite out of Finn Balor's chest.
Penta set across the ring. Over the top, sunset flip. Balor with a nice basement drop kick. Covered out by Balor. Hook of the leg. Penta kicks at 2. Balor's been frustrated. Has not been able to win singles gold in a long time. Enters into his 5th WrestleMania match this year. Penta, of course, making his debut on the big stage.
Finn Balor, former world champion.
Dominic's been a part of WrestleMania. Great. Never been a part. Big show. Has his first opportunity on the bright lights this weekend.
Dobbs will be barking in Vegas for our Intercontinental champion, but he has a tall task ahead of him.
Yeah, and is he going to be 100% after that mugging by Judgment Day a little bit earlier on tonight?
The Intercontinental title represents everything that is great with this business. The greats that approach are those who have built this company and this industry as a whole.
Dozens of Hall of Famers, including the one to be inducted on Friday night against Triple H.
Week in, week out, working. Putting the company literally on your back.
Yeah, the Working Man's Championship, that's what it's always been termed over the years as Balor continues to stop play at Penta. The example set, of course, in 1979 by the late, great Pat Patterson, the first Hall of Famer to hold the title.
Too sweet there. Long enough the club is full.
Penta now, with Balor up on his shoulders. What is Penta planning to do? Oh, wait a minute. Balor turns it around. And on the apron, Penta's down.
You should have flipped him over instead of waiting so long.
Vince taking over.
Okay, go Silver Team.
Confused?
Pecan.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan. Taxes. What's tax? Now taxes.
Yeah, tax day's tomorrow. I think. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Today's the 14th. But, I wish everyone luck on their taxes.
I can file for free.
I don't need to do taxes because I never worked at a company.
The most money back guaranteed.
That's what happens when you babysit. You're kind of your own boss when you decide to babysit. I'm not a babysitting service. It's just that I'm kind of like basically it's a Uber app for babysitters. It's called Sitter City, and I get called on that.
Many people swear they've had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before, so we invited some of them to a little taste test.
That was the Domino's stuffed crust that you said you had in the past.
How's the pizza?
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza.
I'm at a loss for words. Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We used our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkled garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
Yes, of course I found it. No, I need that.
Summon Dale.
Who's Dale?
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone. Let's go fix that up.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back. Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
It's tax season. There's only one accountant who will make them pay. That's what I do. On April 15th, is your accountant playing for you?
I love that accountant.
As a resident, the accountant $2 special tax day screening April 15th.
I had dinner, but I'm still but I'm getting hungry again. I think I'm gonna pop a chicken patty in the oven real quick. Nothing could possibly happen this quickly in the match, and besides, as always, I'll watch in the living room because it's playing everywhere in my house.
That's a Balor and a Barber here on Monday Night Raw. And in the fatal four-way Sunday at Wrestlemania. Cover off the superplex. Took it away. Penta able to kick out at 2.
Superplex by Finn Balor. Flanking Penta through Sacramento.
I talked to Pat Crusher a months ago about being a professional athlete, how to play professional football, and how when you're in the playoffs, you know they're coming. You lose that last game of the year, does it further the momentum going into the playoffs the following week?
I think they're having a front end with teams are able to make one loss, just be one loss, not trying to do the two. But if you lose momentum, it could certainly carry into your next match.
And Penta now building momentum.
She was not won heading into WrestleMania. On the other side, a huge win tonight heading into WrestleMania.
It is amazing to me the way that Penta is able to turn things around. Just tremendous resilience. When you think he's down and out, he just goes into the next gear. And look at that! Oh, my! Backstabber! Cover by Penta for the win! Balor at 2!
His innovative offense is so damn devastating. How is Finn Balor able to move, let alone kick out after that?
Okay, I have to look out for it though, so I might get up again.
Might as well.
This crowd has been electric all night. What a way to kick off the most exciting, most important week in sports entertainment, WrestleMania week. 60,000 plus both Saturday and Sunday night at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
What's Penta calling for here?
Balor in trouble. Penta now. Looking to make some magic yet again. Balor fighting back. Penta lands on the apron. Big chop. Oh! Wow!
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And it was from the side of the rope, not the front side.
Penta to the face, stops Balor in his tracks. Sling leg by Penta, and now Penta's starting to fly.
The freakish athleticism right now.
Now Balor with a sling blade of his own.
Balor needed that in the worst
Oh boy, what'll happen when Dominic is in there?
Well, Penta was running away with it, Balor.
Oh, Penta though. Nice hook roll backbreaker to Balor. Back and forth we go. Tremendous matchup between two of the best in the game. Penta now spins through, looking for the sacrifice. Looking to dislocate the shoulder of Finn Balor.
Disgusting.
Can't hurt him too much.
Now Penta driver roll up now by Balor for the win. Hooks the leg kick out by Penta.
Balor's got to be Gundy. How the hell did his shoulder get back in socket?
And Penta still fighting back. Kick, right hand, and another kick by Penta. Kick to the jaw. Balor still on his feet now. Back to the mat.
Physical fight here between Penta and Finn. Both taking quite a beating before WrestleMania.
Yeah. I knew the company would come out soon. Of course it won't be like that. I'm just saying, I knew that would come out. I'd say that they would be useful.
Working together tonight, will that be the case? At WrestleMania. Now Penta's in the drop zone.
Yep. Just as I predicted. He would be totally fine and recover from that attack. Can I have that apple, Carlito? That apple looks good, no lie. I I usually don't like the apples he has because I hate Red Delicious apples, but that looks like a Macintosh apple or something, so yeah, I'll take that.
Makes sense for Carlito for sure, especially after last week. He's out front, Breaker's getting kicked in the face.
Yeah, like how Carlito ran back to the ring. I think he put my leg and it came up over the top. Nonetheless, double team now by Dom and Carlito. On Breaker. And Breaker is fighting back. Breaker! Spear!
That's fine. Not much of the impact though, as it usually is. Carlito, you got spared. And dang, you got a cut. You got a cut on your shoulder after doing that. Ooh. And not this time. You could do it to those guys, but not Penta. One sec, I should check on the patty again. Mom doesn't know how to take directions sometimes.
It's the first fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental title in WrestleMania history.
Yeah, it's great that he stood his own now because before that was just a disaster. Okay, now I better not let that chicken patty burn. Baby girl's broke.
ディアンとベレアとウィア・リプリーへの忠告だ。あんたたちは私がウィーメンズワールドチャンピオンだということを忘れてる。あんたたちはどうでもいいことで喧嘩し始めて私を恥に追いやったけど、そもそもその全ての争いの原因はこの私でしょ。なぜなら私があんたたちが心から望むもの、ウィーメンズワールドチャンピオンシップを持っているから。もう無視されるのも忘れられるのも終わり。このタイトルをあんたたちが手に入れるためにはこの私を乗り越えなければならないし、私はあんたたち2人をまとめて相手にすることを受けて立つ。私はあんたたちをこれまで倒してきたし、また倒してみせる。At WrestleMania, you will never forget the name, Io Sky, Women's World Champion.
I love you, Io.
You know, I may have to make an appearance at WrestleMania After Dark. The official WrestleMania after party.
I really should do her makeup someday because she has a little bit of black eyeliner and all the time she has the glitter eyeliner right at the corner, and I just love that because I do those eyeliner corners too, but I always just use black. But I never tried it with glitter eyeliner. I should try it.
Day for Pat and I. Pat's got his show in the morning, a kickoff show in the afternoon, SmackDown at night, then of course the Hall of Fame. Pat and I, the honor to host this year's event. On Saturday, Stand and Deliver NXT gets underway to kick off the day. Countdown to WrestleMania, followed by WrestleMania, and then of course the WrestleMania post show. And then we head to WrestleMania Sunday. Again, the countdown to WrestleMania, special 3-hour countdown starts 1 o'clock local, 4 o'clock on the East Coast, WrestleMania, and then the WrestleMania post-show. And we want to invite everyone to join us.
Am I the only one who is, like, you know, more excited about the entrances rather than the matches, just a little bit?
The Raw After Mania, Monday night, live from Las Vegas. As we head now towards WrestleMania weekend.
Because I just want to see Tiffany Stratton because that's the one I'm most curious about.
We're talking about one that's going to be voiced by you for the 28th time.
And Rhea Ripley's and Io Sky's.
CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and the OTC, Roman Reigns.
It is the main event of WrestleMania Saturday. Also part of WrestleMania. WrestleMania Saturday. You can't get much personal than this. Jade Cargill takes on a woman she believes was her friend, the very jealous Naomi, Saturday at WrestleMania.
And Naomi's would be interesting because what if she did like, you know, since she's going for the whole insane asylum kind of concept, I wonder if she would do something with her entrance with that.
War Raiders on WrestleMania Saturday.
Rey Mysterio's 13th WrestleMania, and he plans to embarrass and expose El Grande Americano. These two go one-on-one at WrestleMania.
El Grande Americano on the Grande stage, I can't wait. How about the United States Championship? Where L.A. Knight, defends his title against Jacob Fatu.
The Samoan Werewolf at WrestleMania Saturday. And how heated and personal and ugly has this become? Tiffany Stratton defends the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair on WrestleMania Saturday.
Princess versus Queen, and the princess is going to conquer.
Heavyweight Championship. Gunther, who has seemingly been flustered the last couple of weeks, take on the Yeet Universe and Jey Uso on WrestleMania Saturday.
And then we move over to WrestleMania Sunday. We'll have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Bayley and Valkyria ran the gauntlet. They take on Liv and Raquel for the title on WrestleMania Sunday.
WrestleMania Sunday, a battle of big men. The Sin City Street Fight. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, slug it out on WrestleMania Sunday.
Moments ago, we saw a preview of this match. The Intercontinental Championship.
It makes me wonder if it would be a cinematic match, but it won't because the era of cinematic matches have ended. But sometimes I wish they would be brought back because it really did look like I was watching a cool action movie or something.
Against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, on a potential weekend-stealing fight on WrestleMania Sunday.
You want to talk about show stealers? What about this one? Io Sky defending the Women's World Championship in a triple threat match against the winner of the Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair, a former champion, Rhea Ripley. The stars are out at WrestleMania Sunday. And ladies and gentlemen, it is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes has held the title for a year. Can he continue
Time to check it again.
to get it done? Or will John
See if
Cena
there's anything to
set a
before I
record,
leave.
a record-breaking 17th World Championship? Rhodes, Cena, the main event for all the marbles. WrestleMania Sunday.
Still waiting. Oh. It's Seth Rollins again! Oh no. Oh no, it's rivalry.
And what a mess Paul Heyman finds himself in. Punk in his corner, owes Seth Rollins a favor, and now Roman Reigns hasn't talked to him since Heyman granted Punk a favor a couple of weeks ago.
And our OTC walks in here, and who's Paul talking to? The cult of personality.
This'll take a while. Well, maybe. I don't know. He's been pretty fast with his entrances because he's been pretty angry this time around. So.
is gonna be good. Roman Reigns is back.
Yes.
Live on Netflix.
Okay, now I can go. Let's check.
Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. We run on America's most reliable 5G network for as low as $25 a month. They don't. Back then, we locked your price for 5 years. Not then, back then. And we'll give you a free Samsung A35 when you switch to any of our phone plans. So back those guys, right? We've got you covered. Get the facts. Then switch to Total Wireless.
How do we stream all of these games?
Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet.
So you never miss a moment while streaming live sports. Isn't that the best part about working here?
No, it's the uniform.
Actually, Mr. Jalen, I do feel a little self-conscious.
Yeah, and I feel ridiculous. I mostly feel cold. Eating over.
It's my fun to make y'all look fresh.
Know what's fresh? A super fast connection to the court with a low lag. That's Wi-Fi built for streaming live sports. Bring on the good stuff.
It still needs more time.
Italian marble is a little overrated. Spanish marble is much better.
Yeah, we got the statues. Pulling up now.
Look all this rubber for one tiny little picture. Hollywood. Sorry to do this, bro. Rush deliveries plus extra.
Extra. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mira, you got this.
Hey, Cupcake, you're craving something sweet, like snacks that leave Twinkies in your eye. So don't have to wait any longer and grab them before everything really snowballs. Hostess, ladies speaking snacking.
Chacaroni's back at Papa John's with more pepperoni and over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, they'd stuff up.
I am here to work people. Where's the garlic sauce?
Is he always here? He's everywhere. We're making you a chacaroni for $12.99.
That's right. I live here.
Question, Mike. If you had to choose, would you watch grass grow or keep track of your team's time?
Easy. Time tracking.
Keeping track of hours can get muddy.
No, but that's still my team can clock in and out anywhere. Hours, breaks, and overtime automatically sync with payroll.
Great for a growing business.
Will? Will? Hey, Will, you good?
I think I lost track of time.
That was Gusto, you didn't.
Payroll and time tracking without getting into the weeds. That's gusto.
Every time we die, the night restarts, and something new is trying to kill us.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
The only way out is to make it until dawn.
Until dawn.
Whoa, and is that lady pregnant in that movie? That's kind of cool. That's the kind of horror. That's the kind of scary movie that I'll watch.
Is here on Raw.
And the ones are to the sky.
Imagine if they showed us the commercial breaks. What happens during the commercial breaks? Imagine if they let us show that, but unfortunately, that's only privilege to the international folks.
Lockman Reigns' corner in WrestleMania.
Not the "I will dump my husband for Roman" poster. Snatch it out of his hand. Or have one of the crew give him a mic. That could be yours. Yes, I was about to say, like you can ask the crew to give him one, not him. That could be yours. Why do you look so shocked, man?
Sacramento! acknowledge me.
I'll do it if he won't.
The whole world can feel that. The whole world can hear that you love and acknowledge your tribal chief.
This is the worst part. This is the worst time to be getting up, but I have to, or else that thing will burn.
But not everybody's like you. Some people would betray me. Sacramento, you got any guesses on who that might be? Wise man, how could you betray me? Sacramento, wise man, he can't hear you. You gotta say it a little louder.
Fucked up. You fucked up. Netflix, you're assholes. You'll let it be uncensored for like a whole minute, but then afterwards you have to censor it.
Why?
Asshole, asshole.
My tribal chief.
It was not a betrayal. I paid back a favor that I owed.
Oh, dude. So much emphasis.
Sacramento, I must be a little confused here. The way favors work is you usually pay it back yourself, correct?
There's a point.
It feels like the only person getting screwed here in this whole favor is me. And if there's one thing you know about me, if there's one thing you know about your tribal chief, we ain't ever gonna ask for a favor. No, we take what we want. So I don't owe a favor because I never asked for any help. I never asked for anybody to join me at War Games. Therefore, I never asked for this favor. So please tell me how I'm supposed to cover the tab for your dumbass favor.
Seth Rollins will go bad. And I assume that Seth Rollins' favor will come at the price and expense of Roman Reigns as well. I love those pants. Now that I see your whole outfit, I love it. I can't tell if those are comedically large shoes or just like, you know, average size platformers. Like, are they platform sneakers? Because they're kind of big. Platformers, but then again, platformers are kind of made a different style for men than they are girls. But they do work extremely well with those cargo pants. And I always love cargo pants that have those straps all over the bottom. It gives me like, you know, a spy type movie vibe. I don't have those though. But that vest zipped up works out well with you. I would have it unzipped because if I were to wear something like that, I would definitely have a black tank underneath that. And of course some gloves.
You're finally starting to put the pieces together all by yourself. You're almost there. You're just missing one little piece, and it's a real
Where are you going, Paul Heyman?
It's too little, it's too late, because I still gotta end you at WrestleMania. And it's for the same reason it's always been, because it's the right thing to do. See, this triple threat match at WrestleMania, this is the biggest, most important triple threat match in the history of WrestleMania, in the history of this company, in the history of this industry, because the winner of this match will define the future of our industry.
Paul Heyman's gritting his teeth, but
no,
it's of anger right now. But I'm sure it's like, you know.
It can't be you.
Oh, I have to get up again.
They don't show up except for when it's convenient and want everybody else to do all the dirty work. Then this business dies. And it can't be CM Punk either. You're starting to figure that out. Because if this business is filled with little CM Punks running around who want to pick up their ball and go home when times get tough, only to come back and leech off the profits of other people's success, this business dies.
Okay, last time I promise. This is the last time I promise. I'll sit through person.
The business to die, do ya? Well, I don't. Because if this business is filled with people like me who will sacrifice physical and mental well-being to always do what is best for business, the business not only lives, but it thrives. There can be only one, and it's gotta be me. And as for that one little piece that you haven't quite figured out, favors don't happen by chance, Roman. Favors are a choice. I chose not to put Paul Heyman in the hospital last week, and now Paul Heyman can choose whether or not he wants to pay that debt to me. But your wise man, he is dishonorable as they come. He is a scumbag, and I expect nothing from him. Paul Heyman is not in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania by chance. Paul Heyman has made a choice.
It's not just a betrayal, Roman. What you need to ask yourself, the final piece of this puzzle, he's not just returning a favor, he's choosing. And you gotta figure out why
That was the whole thing.
is he choosing CM Punk
over you. But he won't. It'll be Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And why did he choose Seth Rollins over Roman Reigns and CM Punk instead?
Wise man. He's right.
Not about you.
You made your choice.
Oh, I thought he was gonna turn her around.
Now made mine.
Oh! Roman Reigns attacking Rollins. For a moment we thought Seth had talked some sense into Roman Reigns, but Roman didn't want to hear it.
Ahem. You're not off the hook, buddy. Exactly.
I don't think Roman believed the damn thing Heyman had to say, but here comes CM Punk.
Your timing is impeccable, CM Punk. I'll just say that.
Punk and Reigns going at each other. 5 nights away from the main event of Wrestlemania.
See, if you really did care about Paul Heyman, you would have been out with him instead of letting him handle this alone. I thought he was going to spear Paul Heyman for a second. That would have been awesome because I was like, see?
The frustrations of the past year pointed it over tonight.
As Seth Rollins has come to. Watch out!
With a shield chair.
With a shield chair? You're funny.
Reminiscent of the chair to the back that disintegrated the shield forever.
Oh, yeah.
Now Rollins will
So that's why you said it.
And Rollins will stop the Roman Reigns.
Rollins on a mission to save
Really?
professional wrestling in his mind.
That gives you, like, you know, that definitely, like, you know, makes you doubt whether if Seth Rollins will win or not. It sure has with me. Just that the real question is, how long is Paul Heyman going to act like this is a shock? Yeah, right. That was pretty decent. That's not as bad as I thought it would be, actually. It was actually pretty good for the last, like, you know, Raw before WrestleMania, but the other question is, will the SmackDown before Raw be just as good as this one? Because this was decent for the last, like, you know, hype show before the actual event, but I'm, like, you know, questioning whether, like, you know, SmackDown will top it or not. But hey, either way, if it all works out for both of them, it'll be, like, you know, really good hype shows. We got Cody Rhodes and John Cena segment, and another question, will The Rock show up? And will, like, you know, Cody Rhodes get attacked or anything? Those are, like, lots of questions that you have to ask at this time around, but we won't find out until next week. So thanks for watching, and as of now, I'll just do a small live stream just so we can all say happy birthday to my brother. That's the only thing I have like planned like next in the week. But until then, I just have the regular stuff planned for you, and I'll definitely do a live stream for the Hall of Fame. I'll definitely keep it running after the show, so you can bet I'll do a live stream on the Hall of Fame too. Until then, we have until WrestleMania, and let's get onto the journey as quick as we can. Peace out, y'all.